Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're going to be playing some MekHQ. We're going to be picking up where we left off last week, which is immediately after this recon raid attacker, where we suffered some pretty extensive damage. I know it doesn't show it here in this the battle loss compensation, but that rifleman and was it the Orion had damaged gyros? No, it was. Oh, yeah, it was the Archer. So we got paid for the Archer, not so much the Rifleman. The Orion and the Warhammer pretty much unscathed, according to this. Then there was the drama with the bonus vehicle that I rolled up, and unnecessarily because my activity log seemed to have frozen. Let's see. We did add Unsil Fire Singer for the APC crew. Yep, here he is. Green vehicle driver. We'll take what we can get. We also, oh yeah, while I was off screen, some of my infantrymen went ahead and spent some XP on some small arms, just to keep that up to date. Yep. There's our 4 mechs. Petra injured as usual. We've got a heavy lance of 6 units worth of field gunners, and we've got some stuff in our rear echelon. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm refreshing myself while I do this, because I mean, I don't usually play this during the week, so I might be a little rusty. We do have, oh yeah, that's right. Also off screen, I did reorganize my rear echelon. We now have a quick reactionary force, which is composed of the Savannah Master and some APCs. So that's cool. And then we have some mechanized and foot infantry as well. So yeah, rear echelon marked as a company now. But these are the stars of the show right here. Let's see, we were about a week into a 5-month contract with only 1 mission so far, although who knows what tomorrow brings. We are, for those of you who forgot, we are at Wing, which is just kind of here between, I believe that's Merrick and Federated Commonwealth space. So we've been starting to make our way northwards towards where the clan invasion is going to happen here in about 3 or 4 years. Okay, so there we go. Let's see, veteran mech tech and 4 regulars and a green. And speaking of which, I realized while I was playing during the week that I don't know if y'all remember, but way back when I had gotten myself some Aztecs and I said, I don't want you guys on my list, and I was really rude about it and I basically kicked them out. I've realized since then that Aztecs on your personnel list are actually more of an asset than a liability, because they do gain XP and they can be turned into green mech techs, which, I mean, I'd rather have than not have. So I kind of screwed that up, and I kind of felt like I had burned that bridge, so I'm not going to undo it. That was also quite a while ago. Let's see, in the hangar, we have the 4 that just went on that mission, and we have a Hermes and a backup Archer, mothballed. Got some parts in the warehouse. Oh, I realized where this 270 fusion engine came from. It came from the Orion, which we had originally picked up as a primitive prototype. So now we have some work to do, and we only have 1 veteran, and I forget if our veteran mech tech has edge. Yes, you have 1 point of edge, and Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It, which I believe gives a +1 bonus to fixing something. I know, super helpful. Let me... I'm just refreshing my own memory here, what the bonus is to. What exactly can you fix? No, that's edge. Where is it? Also, just cause. Oh, there it is. Ignore the first point of penalty for repair and maintenance on low quality equipment. Okay, so that's actually really helpful. And yeah, because without an elite mech tech, all of our stuff is falling into disrepair. So, 0C, this one, D, wait, it, okay, yes, right here. We have a +1 for low quality component in this section, which is counteracted by Mrs. Fix-It right there. So that's cool. I'm glad that's working as intended. However, you do not have the time to be doing armor. You have other things I need you doing. So instead, we're gonna have one of our regulars doing this fix, and it's gonna be the one with the most XP because I need another veteran as soon as possible. On the other hand, that's more than half a day's work, and that is not the best way to maximize XP gain. You want them doing small jobs that they can handle several of per day to gain the most XP. So we're gonna give that to you, and the extra time, I wouldn't call it a waste, but you know, veteran doing all of the really difficult stuff. Is it worth 180 minutes to bring that down to a 7? Or actually, probably be one of my regulars doing that. Regulars don't have edge. Oh, this is a tricky situation. First things first. That gyro on a 5, and it'll be the last thing you do today. And then you won't have time. Let's take a chance here. Hope we get the 6. And the edge saves us. The edge saves us a gyro. So that's cool. I'm glad I checked that. 270 minutes. Okay. Well, we'll have someone else try. Yes. Oh, we do not have an LRM-20. We can, I think, afford a spare. And those are going to be coming in 1 day and 4 days, and Hikari gained an XP. Nice. Okay, so the archer's not going to be ready today, but with luck, it'll be ready tomorrow. And for right now, we're just trying to get our mechs back together and failing. Okay, we have B, you are on ammo duty. Loney, you're on armor duty. B, more ammo. 15 for autocannon 10. We went through quite a lot of that. It was a rough mission, if you'll recall. Yeah, we took quite a lot of damage, and I'm just hoping that we have enough time to get everything fixed before our next mission. But since our next mission might be tomorrow, I'm trying to absolutely maximize the amount of work I can get done today. Why is that a rush job? Let's see what else we can get done first. These double heat sinks on a 6. I think we've got some spares. Yeah, we have all the spare heat sinks, so we can repair on a 7 or replace on a 6 for 90 minutes. And failed. Well, we can get that started for tomorrow. We can. Our one and only veteran needs to have. I want to save all of her time tomorrow for that gyro. I want the best possible chance. So we're going to try to use you up evenly. Yeah, no, not on a 10. Not even close to on a 10. Let me try that. 5, yeah, 5's not too difficult. We still have 240 minutes left. Oh, perfect. On an 8. Or are we going to lose some armor? We lost some armor. No surprise there. That looks like about all we can do repair-wise for today. Let me just make sure we've got plenty of ammo for everyone. I think I'm going to be trying to keep about 100 shots of most things. Maybe a little less on some things. Maybe about 50 shots there. 34 and 18 is, yeah, 52, so. And then some there. And I guess we don't have any LRM-10s in the group. Alright, just to, you know, keep our administrators busy. Oh. Burned. I did not realize you have 20 XP, and I think, yes. That is outstanding. When you only have 3 administrators, bumping one to from regular to veteran is pretty big deal. And if you'll excuse me. Okay. I lost sight of my chat, so I apologize if you sent anything in the chat in the last few minutes. I didn't get it. Seem to be having connection issues on the device. So it looks like for the moment this is going to be a one-sided conversation, which I guess is about the norm. Ah, yes. Double check. Yes, you are being treated, and that should be 3 days. Okay. So again, we're hoping for peace. Okay, no missions for this week. That is a huge relief. Ultra Green Mech Warrior comes with a Valkyrie. I don't think I'm at the point yet where I'm interested in a Valkyrie. And also not really interested in an Ultra Green Mech Warrior right now, because they tend to not perform as well as I really need our people to be doing. I'd rather go in under strength than with a liability. Savannah Master dropping in quality because, you know, technicians. We did get, okay, and we got the heat sink in, so that's good. So knowing that we have 7 days now, at least, we're not quite so crunched on our veteran, who I could have sworn, yeah, you had 480 minutes of tech time yesterday. Today you've got 180. I don't know what the glitch is going on, but I guess we're just going to work with that as we can. So in this case, the heat sink is more valuable than the time we would save. So we are going to take our time and do this right. Is there a better use for your time though? Maybe like this? Yes. Alright. 40 minutes, 105. Sorry, I spaced for a second. We don't need a 3 on that. That looks good. Yes. No. Shasta, you're supposed to be getting all the small jobs. And I don't mind if she fails, because, you know, every so often you'll get a 12 and make it up. 50 minutes, I think, is going to you. 30 minutes. I think 30 minutes is a good cutoff when you're trying to give someone the small jobs versus the big jobs. I think divvying it up into jobs that are less than 30 minutes versus jobs that are more than 30 minutes is a good starting point. I mean, obviously you're going to have to adjust as your techs use up their time. Oh, a regular can fix that on a 4. I'll do it. We'll see. We'll see. Not on a 6. No, that's going to go to a veteran. On a 5. It's a right torso. If I break it, let's go ahead and guarantee we won't break it. You can't break it on a 4 because you can't roll a 1 and the margin is 3. A 5 for salvaging, or B. You're not going to have much else going on right now. Salvaged the heck out of it, didn't we? We can get started on that one for tomorrow. We can't really afford many medium lasers. Why can we not? Oh, we have to salvage or scrap components in the left leg, which what components are in the left leg? This actuator, which is being worked on. Anything else? Left torso. Okay, cool. So with our last 35 minutes, we can try to slap some armor on the Warhammer. And we might even pick up some more armor. I usually buy in 50-ton lots just because it makes... I find that that's how you don't fall behind. I try to keep my armor above 800, and when it falls below 800, I buy 800 more. So, let's see, quick scan here. No XP for Hikari Ono this time. And I think we're on to Tuesday. The Thumper falling in quality because the armor and the left side and the stabilizers are not being maintained properly, I guess. We did fix the right torso on the Rifleman, did not salvage the lower leg actuator, but we didn't break it at least. And Veronica Hurst gained an XP for another 12. So, no one ready to get promoted yet, it doesn't look like, although B is getting close. Alright, it's gonna take some time, but there we go. Let's get started on this and not break it. Get started on that and hopefully not break it because you don't have edge. Okay, no breaking that. Cool. Salvage that on a 5, yeah. I'll replace that in an hour and a half or 3 hours. Medium laser on a 5, got it, nice. New leg on the Rifleman, I forgot about that. I'm so glad we did not have a mission on Monday. We would have been so badly prepared. And I guess we can get started on that. And left arm destroyed, yeah. So that's gonna also need to be replaced, and that's also gonna be time consuming. B, is there anything else you can get started on right now? We've got some armor here for you on a 7 though. Woof. Let's 5s, huh? Yep, Might as well. 5 is not bad odds. 22 points of armor is an acceptable risk to lose. And okay, fix the armor on the archer, fix the armor on the archer, working on the gyro, gonna be a couple more days because we're only doing it 180 minutes at a time. Fix the left torso on the rifleman, that's a relief. And armor on a 5, cool. And it's already Wednesday. Oof, we're barely gonna be in fighting shape at the end of this week, let alone next. Let's see, we can... You, without the XP, yes. You, also without XP, yes. And then... Oof. Oh, this is... regular texts are so disappointing. I mean, I say that, but it is what it is. I guess maybe I'm just spoiled. Well, yeah, B was doing the armor on the Warhammer. Start with this one, why not? An 8. An 8 is a pretty big risk. With an 8, I think your odds of success are only about 40-ish%. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my chat back up and yeah, unable to connect. And try this again. Okay. Back up for now. We'll see. We can bring that down to a 6. A 6 is a much better repair than an 8. I don't especially like those odds. I really hope we don't have to pull the left arm off that thing. That would be really lame. Okay, heavy tracked APC. We got a couple of Ds, nothing major, nothing too bad. This one looking considerably worse. Couple of E's in there, not great. Still working on the left torso, fixed, salvaged, fixed, replaced, cool. Nope, wrong one. Okay, being worked on. Veteran, we've got a leg you need to be working on. I feel like legs need to come before arms just because like you can go into combat without an arm. You'll be short on some guns. You won't be able to punch. But it's better than going in without a leg, which leaves you pretty much helpless. Yeah. Keep on rolling M5s. We'll be fine. Okay, and I guess you guys can get started working on the armor for the Grand. Going into Friday, we've got some ammo, we've got some armor. Left torso fixed on a 6, nice. Right arm on a 5, armor on a 5, armor on a 3. Yeah, I could have been more efficient with that, but like I had all the regular techs in the world and not a lot for them to do, so. But I don't think I want to take the chance. Well, it's Friday. We're still 720 minutes away from finishing that leg. I think that's a 70-ton left arm. Maybe we have a spare 70-ton left arm. We have those are legs. Maybe we pick up a couple of spares because it's only what 33,000 C bills and change. We can afford that. What we cannot afford is probably having our archer go into battle one-armed. That would be a much bigger detriment. Alright. And it looks like we're at a standstill until one of those gets finished. So you guys take a day. Oh no. Yep, broke the arm. I didn't happen to notice when our spares were going to be here. 3 days and 5 days. And in the meantime, we've gone yellow. That is disappointing. 540, that's 3 more days on that. So that's going to be Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday before we even get a roll. Ooh, we might be in trouble. We might be in trouble. The archer, left torso going down, sensors, actuator, cockpit going up. Good deal. Long Tom. Cool. Okay, so again at a standstill. Oh, and the first of the month crept up on us again. Enemy morale is now normal. Cool. Special mission this month. Cool. Let's check out the unit market. We've got some tanks, which I'm not super interested in right now. We've got a Vulcan, a Griffin, a couple Wolverines, a Firestarter, and a Stinger. I think we're okay with our lance composition as it is right now. Some people have gained some XP. Still working on that left leg. 3 batches of armor arrived. We earned 6 million C-bills, which is honestly enough for another mech if we were so inclined, but I think I'd rather have a little extra cushion first. XP, did anyone... not quite there. Close, close. I just like to... Maybe I'm a little OCD. Beatrix, you earned that. Okay, so now we no longer have any green mech techs. So that, I guess they're gonna have to take rotation, you know, short straw does the ammo now. Actually, it'll probably be whoever has the least amount of XP, which is still gonna be B. Oh, I forgot we already had an ultra green mech warrior. So that's, yeah, 7-8. Wouldn't trust them with a wasp. 5-5, well you're 10 XP away from being a regular. That's cool. So I think that's good. Sorry if I seem a little distracted. The brightness on my screen seems to be increasing for some reason. So we're still held up on the leg. We are still held up on the arm. And that arm is gonna be another 2 days. Well, here is Monday. Fortunately, no missions again. Flamer infantry. No thanks. I'll pass on the war crimes for now. We have infantry of every kind I think that we're going to need. Still working on the left leg. Still waiting on the left arm. We did get the left leg on the rifleman, so that is outstanding. And we got the left arm in as well, so we might even go ahead and order another spare or 2 of that. We can have regulars doing actuators pretty easily on a 5. Yeah, you're the one with the most XP right now. Boom, and boom. All right. So the only thing we're waiting on now is the archer's left arm, which with a lot of luck might be ready tomorrow or not. Yep, didn't break it at least, so that's something. But it'll still be another 2 days before we get another chance at that. And just to be on the safe side, go ahead and order 2 more of those, and it looks like one of those won't be here for a couple of weeks. So that's why we double up. We did get it on this time, so that's outstanding. Now we can put some armor on it and some actuators. Although honestly, probably easier to do the actuators first from a well, I don't want to say from a realistic standpoint, but from a I guess a more logical standpoint, because you can't say anything about giant fighting robots from a realistic standpoint and have a leg to stand on. So our repair bay is clear. That's outstanding. Our infirmary is clear. That's outstanding. We got some spare parts still on the way. We've still got a couple spare mechs. All of our XP should be pretty much caught up. And we are almost a month into this contract, so we're like 20% of the way through. Nothing happening on Friday. Maintenance on the rifleman. Mix of good and bad news. Armor up, armor down, life support down. Okay, not the end of the world. Cool. Nothing on Sunday. Special mission, one that was foreshadowed on the 1st of the month. Star League Cash, part 2, I guess, will occur in 4 days. A green aerospace pilot with a Sparrowhawk, which is a 30-tonner, kind of undergunned, in my opinion, for a 30-tonner. Briefing room. Okay, so what have we got here? Terrain light urban, map Brian Cash, map size 20 by 35, on a full moon night with light rain, calm wind and no fog. Use the TONE interface to deploy a single unit to this scenario. Destroy, cripple, or force the withdrawal of all of the enemy forces. Ensure that all of friendly forces survive. Winner controls the battlefield. And as it stands, our opponent is a pretty bad pilot in a pretty bad mech. But that is configured for a light mech, which we don't have any of. So if we deploy a heavy mech, those should become heavy or maybe medium mechs if we're lucky. Let's see what the damage is. A Thunderbolt with a decent pilot. And yeah, I think Captain Murdoch, an elite pilot and a pretty decent mech, against a regular pilot in a slightly smaller mech. I think I like those odds. I do like those odds. I think that's what we're gonna roll with. Wonder. No, his strategy and tactic skills do not give me a reroll. So it looks like we are stuck with the rainy full moon night. So those extra couple points of gunnery are going to be hugely helpful under those conditions. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Special mission is today. Let us see. Full moon night. So we might have trouble finding the bastard. We're starting at the north, they're starting at the south. We have them by 1,000 points of battle value. So not looking for a challenge here. You have 3 quirks. You have multi-track, which is useless, and ubiquitous, which does nothing, and rugged, which I forget. I also have rugged, easy to maintain an aircraft targeting. I have Murdoch. What are you specialized for? I have forgotten. Are you? You are an energy specialist. All right. However, you only have a couple of medium lasers, so that's gonna be a mixed blessing. We can get a preview of what we can expect the board to look like. It's gonna be something like this, which pretty open, but not completely desolate. Caveat, for randomly generated boards, you can get a preview of the selected map, as it says here in the tooltip. For generated maps, the preview is only sample and will not be the actual map. So, but we've got 10 tons on him and 2 points of gunnery. So I like our odds. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way, maybe shrink this a little bit. We might not even need that at all. And I think we want to just rush him. And it looks like this is a different avenue to do that from. Let's go ahead and slide that. Yeah, there we go. That is our deployment. We're gonna have to go find this guy. Yeah, okay. I think, well, we can go ahead and cover that up. We're not gonna need it. In the words of Bruce Campbell, sally forth. No targets, because we still don't even know where he is because it is so dark. We still keep some evasion as we approach, which is nice. We still haven't found him, so we have nothing to shoot at. We win initiative again. We're getting lucky on those when it doesn't really matter. Slightly less evasion this time, but not much we can do about it. We could jank off to the left, but I think that'd be more counterproductive. Just charging right along. I wonder if Princess is just sitting there doing nothing, waiting for me to become a blip on the radar screen. Hop up here into some woods. Am I gonna have to go all the way to the south edge before I make contact? No, there we go. That's great. And you ran for a mod of 1, which puts you at kind of a disadvantage. I can get you a short range for my autocannon, which is also short range for your large laser, but my autocannon does more damage. That's going to be medium range for the lasers and the SRMs, and a +2 penalty for the LRMs, which is the same as medium range. But you also have LRMs and SRMs and medium lasers, so maybe I should have brought the Warhammer with its PPCs. I did not really consider the opposition I was going against. Also, I did not consider how much better heat dissipation the Warhammer has. This Orion only has 10 heat sinks. That might be a disadvantage. So, Thunderbolt needs 9s and 11s and misses. Me needing 7s hits with everything. So that's 20 points of damage, 15 of which goes right to the center torso, and the other 5 to the left torso. Took a chance on knocking him down, but didn't quite. Already costing him 4.5% of his battle value. And you did not move nearly fast enough to be evasive. Perhaps so 3 hexes gives me evasion, light woods gives me cover, and at 9 hexes And that is medium range and long range. 9 hexes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I guess we're only 8 hexes away. Oh, I see. I was looking for the other 5 hex border over here, and it's only 4 hexes of visibility. So yeah, I think that's the move. Get you into LRM range, and you need 12s. So I succeeded in not giving you a shot at all. Whereas I've got 9s across the board, well, except with the SRMs. That would put me at 5 heat. That's pushing it a little bit for a 9. And as long as I stay mobile, I won't be able to drop it and keep firing the autocannon and the lasers. So I think I'm gonna wait there. I'm missing on 12s, and I tagged him for 5 with a 9. So again, things are continuing to go my way. Until we lose initiative. Seeing as we don't know what he's going to do, we can either charge in or fall deeper into cover. I think I'm going to keep my distance, let him come to me, or not, as the case may be. You ran 2 hexes for a mod of 0. Do you know how much of a disadvantage you put yourself at? You give me 8s on everything, and oh, 6s on the LRMs. Yeah, that's worth 5 heat. I'll have to take a turn off next turn, but did not get the 6. And here I was treating it like a sure thing. We did roll a 12 for the autocannon, so that's nice. 10 to the leg, 5 to the arm. He needed 12s and 10s and did not get them. Almost started a fire with that large laser. And we're all both at 5 heat, but he's at 91% and I have 1 initiative again. Oh, you want to charge me? I punch harder than you do, little guy. Calling up Thunderbolt a little guy. However, he has small lasers, or not small lasers, he has machine guns. So I just brought those into play. Do we go to 6 heat? I think we do. And I think, yeah. I don't usually like riding the heat curve that hard, but I sense weakness. He hits with nothing more than 2 SRMs to essentially fresh armor, and I tagged him for 5 more to the chest. So, still going my way. And we can kick him on a 4, which is very attractive, especially because we can't punch. He kicked me for 13 to the left leg, leaving 19 armor. I kicked him in the right leg for 15, leaving 4 armor. I know who won that exchange. Nobody falls down because we're both actually pretty decent pilots. I'm building up more heat than him, and I just lost the initiative. Well, we're gonna have a hard time being evasive this turn. Unless we like literally just turn and run, where we don't have enough of a run up to be evasive. I think we're just gonna try to get a little space, maybe back into that forest on our next move. Let him come to us. Did you? Yeah, you got a point of evasion this turn, so good for you. Oh wait. That autocannon on a 7 versus medium lasers on 5s. I need to cool off. I'm gonna have to go without firing something this turn. I think that something is gonna be the 7. Okay, so I medium lasered him in the arm and the leg. Went internal. That was the leg I kicked, I believe. critting out a heat sink on the lower leg. He got me with a medium laser to the left leg, which, if I recall, was the one he kicked last turn as well. However, I've got more armor, and he did less of a kick, so I'm in better shape after that exchange. Thunderbolt rolling a 12 for his piloting check. Outstanding. And we're going to try to make you make another piloting check. Yes, we kicked you in your good leg. You kicked us in our left leg again. And we fell down because we rolled a 2. We take another 5 to that left leg, which is now internal, and critted out on the upper leg actuator. And 3 more damage to the left torso. And he rolled an 11, so he stays standing. Oh, excuse me. He is now running hotter than us, but he is also still winning initiative. We have lost some speed due to that busted actuator. It's going to be 2 to stand up. We'd give him our back if we did this, but we do get the +2 for being in the heavy woods, and I think that's worth it. We can, even if he tucks in behind us, we can turn and hit him with an autocannon. Alternately, we can try to keep him from getting behind us. How good is our back armor? Our back armor is actually really good. So our left leg is not, because that seems to be the only thing of ours he's been hitting. So I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna try to protect that left leg. Try to protect everything with the woods. And did you stand still? Show me. You walked 1 hex. You're not behind me for some reason. You're not on my left side, which is, you're not going to kick my left leg from my right side. So I don't know what you're trying to do. But I do know I'm coming in hot again this turn. I'm going to try to hit you for 20 points of damage and force a PSR. Got you in your bad leg with the autocannon and an arm with a medium laser. We've gone internal and critted out his other upper leg. Is that both of his upper legs busted? I think it is. Him missing with 2 of his 3 medium lasers, and I just tank the 3rd to the center torso, leaving me with over 30 armor remaining. Missing with the machine gun and the SRM. And he... Okay. Lower leg actuator destroyed. And... Okay. Yeah, the leg slash foot I think is from the previous damage. No, wait, we just took upper. Okay, so the lower leg must have been previously damaged, and then the leg slash foot actuator must be from this turn. The Thunderbolt kicks me in the leg without fear of retaliation because he is beside me, which kind of sucks, but I mean, I've still got 17 armor on that leg, so it's not that big of a deal. He does have more heat sinks than me still, even though I've busted one of them. But I have 1 initiative, which means, you know, I don't actually even need to turn. Yeah, we're just gonna walk it, and that's gonna be a 6 and some 4s. Yes. Oh, is it worth throwing in the SRMs? Get some crit seeking. Maybe bust another actuator. I'd love to knock him down, but 8 heat gives us a targeting penalty, and I'd really, really like to avoid a targeting penalty. I really like the mods I've been getting, because I'm hitting with almost everything on these like 5s and 6s. Alright, so he tags me in the left arm with a medium laser, 17 left, no big deal. 11's on the machine guns, and 1 SRM to the left torso, still holding strong. I missed with the autocannon, because I rolled a 5 right after. It's because I shot my mouth off. It is. Tagged him with 2 medium lasers to the left and right torso. That left torso is starting to get a little thin. Maybe I should have used the SRMs. I know I'm not specialized in them, so I take a penalty, but and you're just going to stand there. If I stand still and continue my firing pattern, I'll drop off a point of heat, and I could keep doing that. Or I could run and kick him. How badly do I want to kick you? Considering I'm doing 15 on a kick, that would go internal on either leg. Yeah, I think I want to try to crit out all of your actuators, even if it means building up some heat next turn. Maybe we do it like that. I wish I could get the medium laser into. I think this Orion is going to be high on my list of priorities for double heat sinks once I'm between contracts, because these 10 heat sinks just are not doing it for me. So he fires at me. He hits me in the right arm with a large laser, 2 medium lasers, and a machine gun for 20 points of damage in one go on that right arm. Thank goodness it was strong to begin with. Additionally, a machine gun to the right leg, which holds strong. I got him in his weakened left torso with my autocannon, going internal but not getting the crit. Medium laser missed on a 4, but I did get him with 3 SRMs. Nothing juicy though. Right arm, center torso, right arm. And since he hit me for 20 damage, all of it in the arm, forced a PSR. Got a penalty because of my damaged actuator. Kicking on a 2, guaranteed hit. He kicked me in the leg, completely destroyed. And going into the left torso, I kicked him in the right leg, completely destroyed. 11 damage transfers to the right torso, critting on, oh, that's in the leg, so that was gone anyways. 11 to the right torso leaves 8 armor remaining. We both go down. I take 5 to the left arm, 3 to the left torso, 12 and 13 remaining. 10 to avoid damage, 3 to stay conscious. Didn't make that by as much of a margin as would make me comfortable. He goes down. He takes 5 to the right torso because he has no right leg, and 2 to the left arm. He also fails to avoid damage and rolls a 4 to stay conscious. So that was coincidental. I'm running hotter than him, but we knew that, and he has 1 initiative. I will not give you the satisfaction of ejecting at this point, just because I've lost a leg. I still feel like I have the edge on you. That said, I can't move or anything this round, and oh my goodness, he stood up. He stood up on a 9 on 1 leg. That is actually kind of impressive. But if we can nail him, oh. I'm hoping we can hit him for 20 points of damage this round. That would be the autocannon, the laser, and at least 3 of the SRMs to do that. But if I can, he needs like a +5 mod to stay standing. I did get him in the right torso with the autocannon, missed with the medium laser, did get him with all 4 SRMs. Still, that's only 18 points of damage. At least I don't have to worry about him kicking me. Critted out his LRM-15 ammo, or LRM-15, and then the SRM-2 ammo, and he ejects because there's nothing left of his mech. In return, he got me in the left torso, the left arm. Would have hit the center torso critical, but I edged it away to the left arm. 5 to the center torso, 2 to the right torso, 2 to the center torso, and 1 SRM to the right leg. So we have achieved all victory conditions because, you know, ammo. We do not need to save a salvage file. This is going to go quick. So aside from that leg, nothing went internal. It's all armor damage. I'm gonna have some reloads to do, but that leg could be an issue. because it's, what day was it? Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. So we've got 2 days to fix that before we might be seeing combat again. So objectives complete. Scenario victory point. Cool, cool, cool. Disconnected from the server. Cool, cool, cool. So victory and victory. I feel like with the Brian or the Starlight Cache missions, there's sometimes a bonus that you get, but apparently not in this case. And we got 42,000 in battle loss compensation. We are going to put you in the transport bay, which is where we work on our mechs these days. And we're going to have Chris start working on that leg, because that is going to be the major holdup, and that is a 75-ton left leg. We had one of those. We're installing it as we speak, so maybe get a couple more of those on the way. 4 days and 10 days. I think we're going to want one sooner than that. Let's try one more. Yes, one will come in tomorrow. So that way, if something goes badly, we don't have to interrupt our repairs because of supply chain issues. 1 LRM-50 shot, 2 SRM-4 shots, and we went through almost half of our autocannon ammo. Actuators and stuff not going on yet, because we haven't got a leg for it to go on. Wait, who do we want? Yes, you have the most XP. You need 6 more XP before you become a veteran, and that would mean a lot to me. So let's get you all the rolls we can. Oh, lost some armor, but gained some XP. I'm not mad about it. I'm really not. Might as well go here. Might as well go here. And we'll have you do this, because you have the second most XP. And after that, we're just waiting on that leg. Okay, so just double checking, making sure everyone's got everything they need. You're gonna be fine in 1 day. So just a little bruise, man up. You don't even need to go to the infirmary. I absolutely want you in the infirmary, because I want all the XP I can get. Farm that XP. Still working on the left leg. Left leg has arrived, as we know it would. February 14th, that's a holiday, isn't it? That's like Valentine's, I think. Still working on the left leg on Sunday. Monday comes and no missions. Ultra Green Aerospace Pilot. Call you Lawn Dart. After the meme. Still working on that left leg. That's gonna be probably today. Yes. What did we roll on that? We got a 9. Sweet. And we did maintenance on the Orion today. So head is up, armor is up, medium laser is up. Oh, lots of stuff going up. That's cool. So back to the repair bay. We'll have B, you can spend all day doing armor. And Shasa, you can spend most of the day doing actuators and earning XP for it. So that is the Orion back in fighting form. Outstanding. And now we've got, should be most of a week to kill. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, nothing happening. And a probe mission happening in 2 days. Ooh, a veteran doctor. We're going to need you eventually. And there's no reason not to while we can. So, yeah. Yes, we should hire some medics. Bring all medical teams to full strength. We currently have 8 medics, now we have 12. So that's cool. I do wish that there was a way to reorganize these. Maybe That was not a thing I knew you could do. I don't know if it does anything. So we're cool there, we're cool there, we're cool here. Oh, Giovanna has gained some XP at some point. And now we have 2 veterans and an elite administrator, and that is definitely a relief. So parts are going to be a lot easier to come by now that we're not relying on regulars. We're waiting until the 25th. Real quick, yeah. And maintenance on the Savannah Master. He's about to break the engine. But I mean, now how else is he gonna gain XP? So it is Mariana's Lance at full strength with a rather good pilot and a javelin versus looks like 3 lances of almost exclusively light mechs. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 mediums. Everyone else is looks like 30 tons or less, with some reinforcements in the form of a hunchback, a locust, and a couple of tanks. This is happening in mountains on a map called Cliffs during daylight and clear weather. We need to make sure the javelin stays alive. And we are, yes, 25% is the goal. And we did have a reroll on this mission available, which we are not using to change the light or weather conditions at this juncture. However, I am reserving that option in case we decide we want to change some board settings, and I feel like, there's a couple of things I can think of that would improve a map like this. I could make it flatter and give myself longer sight lines, or I could add some woods and give myself some cover. But I can only do one or the other according to the rules I have set for myself. We've got high cliffs and high elevation. We've got low roughs, no water. I think I would like, let's see what this does. We'll say okay and check, and this looks slightly more manageable. I think we're gonna go with that. We are also all going to deploy on the first turn, because it's kind of actually an advantage to deploy before round 2, because then maybe you get to see where your enemy has deployed. More so if you're not playing double blind, but also because, you know, we travel in a group, we arrive in a group, and for some reason on certain missions it likes to split you up based on speed. For some missions I agree with that, like the chase missions. Normally it'll start your lance off with everyone coming in on the turn that is equal to 12 minus their speed. So if you've got a speed of 5, then you come in on turn 7, and that to me is fair. But in a mission like this, where just all of my guys arrive on turn 2, that just doesn't fit with how I feel like the game should be played. Let's all just start at the beginning of the match, except for the reinforcements that are coming in on turn 8. And where our goal is to kill a quarter of them. And the big bad guys are gonna be the Wolverine with a 4-3 pilot, the Phoenix Hawk with the 2-5 pilot, so he is going to be frighteningly accurate with that large laser and the mediums and everything. The Hunchback has melee specialist, interesting. And battle fists, I believe, right? Yes, battle fists, left arm, right arm. Foot platoon coming in on the Maxim. Is there? Okay, we've got our edge triggers set properly. We've got... Yep, I think we are good to go, and with any luck, this will just be an absolute slaughter with us mowing down light mech after light mech as they come trying to rush at me in my heavies. Okay, yeah, we can do something like that for right now. So I feel like maybe we come in from over here into this fairly open area. God, this map is so wide, or tall I should say, and very narrow. So like there's a big difference between deploying at the bottom of our edge versus the top of our edge. This could end up devolving into basically just two entirely different battles depending on how I deploy. But with the archer, I want nice long sight lines for those LRMs. And I think this is the best place to do it. And look, they've decided to deploy across from me. So I think with our riflemen, we kind of want to do the same thing because we've also got long range weaponry on him. Yeah, I think we're just gonna bunch up down here on the south end of the map and just try to overwhelm their lights with heavy firepower. Oh my goodness, so many dudes just appeared. So maybe, can we get an angle on him? I'd like to enclose him if possible rather than get enclosed. But it looks like that might be difficult with the terrain the way it is. And a javelin that we can't afford to lose. I mean, it wouldn't be useless against, you know, wasps and spiders and stuff. We just have to be careful about pulling him out if he starts to get damaged. How much armor have you got? Practically none. This is why I don't field light mechs, because a light mech versus a medium mech is suicidal. And I just realized they actually have more BV than us, even with our little buddy. We've won initiative, so that's cool. Okay, he is, seems like he's hesitating a little bit. We got the Phoenix Hawk starting to advance to the north, and we've got a Phoenix Hawk and a Wolverine up here, not doing much of anything. So with the archer, I mean, is it even worth moving forward? You're still at long range. Let's maybe advance with someone that I know I want to advance with. Oh, you have no LOS with this cliff here. I did not see these 4 hexes when I put these guys over here. That is unfortunate. Okay, I want Grand to have the more favorable positioning. So you're gonna come here, and then next turn you're gonna start scooping your way up this way. Had not planned on or anticipated that when I put those guys there. So might have some LOS on these guys down here at some point. Archer. Okay, they have advanced on me. I can get that locust at medium range, which is a base 6. Right? 6? Oh. So it'd be base 5 for medium range. With that gunnery skill. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for your mod. It's not a great shot, but if I hit, it would be glorious. But I don't see anyone else that would be a better shot. A 10 with my movement. So yeah, again, not a very great shot, but maybe next turn will be easier. Go ahead and do that. Oh, that spider maybe has a death wish. He has a mod of 4, which is pretty substantial. Only a couple of medium lasers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, that javelin, our javelin pilot is actually, this Kate Bailey is a superb shot. So those SRMs could actually be very useful. Spiders are not the worst armored. You got 56 armor, which is, I want to say, more than a locust or a wat. Less than a locust. Barely more than a stinger. Okay, yeah. We're going to hit the spider with some SRMs, I think. Starting, as always, with the big guns. We've got 11s with the PPCs. Which is not, I mean, it's not great. It's not great. But if it hits, it'll be one heck of a wallop. Murdoch, you do not have a shot on literally anyone, do you? Not even, I mean, I guess technically you've got a shot on, but he's out of range even of your LRMs, sadly. Let's see, next would be the rifleman with your large lasers. And it looks like, ooh, 12s or 11s on the flea. Wait, why does the rifleman only have 9 heat sinks? You were fixed, right? I fixed you. Why do you have 9 heat sinks? That's very odd. That is also going to hamper our ability to fire our large lasers. We've got an 11. We've got 2 more 11s. Okay, that is really concerning to me. Why is the rifleman not got his full heat sinks? We've got you on 13s, which is not quite good enough. 11s, we've got you on 10s. We've got you on 10s and you on 9s. I think the flea wasn't what I was planning on targeting this turn, but looks like that's what it's going to be. And then the javelin, yeah, you don't, I think, have anything better than the spider, doesn't look like. Yeah, no. 10s, I'll take it. Stinger misses on 12, Grand misses on 11s. Phoenix Hawk does tag the archer in the center torso with that large laser, like I knew he would. The spider and the flea needing 12s, the rifleman needing 11s, the Hermes needs a 9. The archer lands both of his LRM 20s on that flea for a total of 18 damage. Almost destroying the left arm outright, going internal on the center torso, and critting out his hip on his left leg, as well as almost breaching his right leg. So that was highly productive. That flea is probably going to fall down, will be slowed down for the rest of the game. Piloting roll penalties, the works. Needed a 6, and he made it, but it's only a matter of time. Heat is all looking pretty good, except for what is going on with this rifleman. Why do you have 9 heat sinks? Like, for real. Let me just Hanger, rifleman, 10 heat sinks. None of them damaged, no parts missing. I'm confused. Like, I mean, I don't see any way to, I mean, unless we just restart the battle, which I'm not going to do at this point. I guess we're just going to have to chalk it up to a malfunction and deal with it when we get back to base. Flee. You walked because with a busted hip, running is a PSR at a +2 penalty. Can we capitalize on that? I think, yes, I think the archer is going to try to be slightly evasive, but still having a target on that flee. Medium range, +1 evasion mod. Yes. We can get the rifleman into close range. It does mean ignoring this here Phoenix Hawk, or we could target the Phoenix Hawk with our medium lasers within 3 hexes. Mod of 3, mod of 3. Or 1, 2, 3 hexes from the Wasp. Also a mod of 3, but if I tag you with a medium laser, that's gonna hurt. Phoenix Hawk, not so much. Trying to lure him into a trap up north so I can come in here and flank him from the south with these guys. Not as evasive as I would have liked, but we do need to hurry to make this corner and be effective on these guys this turn and next. And they are starting the swarm. We've been planning on going this way. These guys haven't moved yet. These guys are 7 hexes away, which is medium for the PPCs. Or I could come up here and have the spider at short range. It's not going to be an easy shot. +4 for his movement, +2 for mine. So that's 10s. But again, it only takes 1 lucky hit. If I can make one of those 10s, that spider is going to be one hurtin' boy. And you mod 4, you mod 4, mod 3, mod 3. The Stinger only got a mod of 2. We wouldn't be super evasive if we did this. We'd only have a mod of 2 ourselves. But that gets us in head kicking range, and you know I can't say no to that. Alright, what can we do with the LRMs? I'm just checking the LRMs first because they're way more heat efficient. Being able to do 20 damage for twice as much heat as a medium laser does 5, and I think we're going to stick with our initial plan of finishing off that flea. Pair of 7s. I mean, it wouldn't upset me if one of them missed, but it would upset me if they both did. I'd really like to knock that flea out this turn. Rifleman. You've got 9s there, 8s there. I might have to shelve the large lasers for now, though, because that either one of them would almost entirely eat up my entire heat allotment for the turn. So we've got you on 8s. We've got you on 9s. I think we're gonna go 8, 8, 10. Let's see. We've got the same stinger on 9s. We've got a locust on 8s. Excuse me. Yeah, I think we will take the 8s. And even with the low profile, hopefully we can do some work. Monsieur French, you are going to unload a metric buttload of medium and small lasers into his hiney. And that is going to completely eat up your heat allotment, which, wait a minute, didn't you have, you had 15 double heat sinks. Your heat buildup should be reading 30, right? Let me double check this. 1526? What is going on? Have I encountered some kind of heat bug? Ryan at 10, Rifleman at 10, Archer at 12. 1526. That should read 1530. I'm not sure what's going on here. I haven't updated or anything like that, so again, we're either gonna have to chalk it up to some kind of malfunction or some kind of environmental issue, but in the meantime, there's nothing we can do but just deal with it. 2 SRMs at the Stinger on 6s for the win. The Locust at the Archer needing 8s and 12s and landing nothing. Stinger at the Javelin lands a machine gun to the leg. Ouch. Stinger at the Rifleman needs an 11 and misses. The Archer landing one of his all-around 20s for 12 missiles, completely destroying the right leg, completely destroying the left arm, going internal on the left torso twice, leaving 2 points there and critting out 2 more heat sinks. The Locust needing 8s on the Warhammer, doesn't get any of them. The Phoenix Hawk needing a 6 on the Archer, tags him in the right arm this time. Spider at the Archer hits him in the back on the right torso rear, almost going internal. Not cool. Rifleman missing his 8s and 10s. The Flea tagging the Javelin in the left torso with that large laser on a 7, leaving 0 armor remaining. The Javelin might need to bug out. You have, what is in your left torso besides, oh, just ammunition. Nothing to worry about there. The Orion, glancing blow from the autocannon 10, still going internal on that left arm, and then the medium laser full strength hit to the right arm, also going internal. Hermes needing 8s and 10s on the Rifleman, landing nothing. The Locust on the Orion, hitting him in the left and right torso rear for 5 each, which strips those down to half of what they started with, and then a small laser to the left arm, which we shrug off like real men. And the Warhammer at the Locust, landing 5 to the center torso, glanced off the right arm, but still destroyed it. Small laser to the right leg, and that's it. The Wasp hitting the Rifleman in the left torso for 5, does not destroy the searchlight. I know it doesn't mean much, but, you know, it matters to me. The Javelin on the Stinger, landing both of his SRMs for a total of 8 missiles. Left arm takes, looks like, 4 of them and is completely destroyed. 2 to the left leg, 2 to the right torso, 2 to the left torso, 1 more to the left torso transferred from that arm, and 2 to the leg, leaving 1 armor remaining. The Flea. Lost another actuator? Oh no, lost the leg completely. Falls automatically. Takes 2 to the chest. Goes internal but doesn't crit. Does damage the pilot, who makes his 3 to stay conscious. The Locust, with his cramped cockpit and plus 20 plus damage, needs a 9. Doesn't get it. Takes 2 to the leg on his way down, but does avoid hurting the pilot. Oh, we can punch you, but only with our left arm, and only on an 8. And then what we all came here to see, a Stinger get kicked in the face. Locust kicks the Orion in the left leg for 4, no big deal. Archer punches the Spider in the head, goes internal, but doesn't do anything quite serious. Spider kicking the Archer in the right leg for 6, leaving 20, and the Javelin kicking the Stinger where his left arm was, going internal on the left torso, but nobody going down. Almost with that Stinger. 7, got a 7. Orion needed a 3, got a 3. Oof, dodged a bullet there. Warhammer only sinking 26 heat, Rifleman only seeking 9. And that is going to bother me until I figure out what's going on. I don't know what I'm going to do if that continues to be a problem. We lost initiative on the reroll. 8's tied, and then a 5 to a 9. We've lost 3.25%. They've lost 6 1/3%. So we're pulling ahead. Spider, with your busted head and your 7, 11, 8 movement profile, there's no way I'm going to be able to close with you reliably. So who do we move first? I think it's time to get that Javelin out of there with your exposed left torso. Let's see. There's a, well, you have a 7 piloting, and I believe it's a +2 for your minimal arms, so you're going to need a 9 to stand up. There's a good chance you're not going to make that, even with 12 movement points. I say a good chance, but this also protects my back and left side with a level 2 hill. Yeah, oh no, he got up on the 9. And he ran for a mod of 2, which is honestly kind of impressive given the circumstances, but it's not going to be enough, because I'm going to walk up and kick you. And hopefully that does you in completely. And the swarm is real. Javelin, you hope you can defend yourself against that Locust if he comes after you, because I am needed elsewhere. Moving 5 hexes to get that evasion up. Moving 5 hexes and getting behind me, which is jumped from out of 3, +2 from my movement. I mean, he's not going to have a great shot, but he's elite level shooting. And we have not even touched this guy. I've been trying to target the easy targets so that I can, take guns off the field, but have not been hitting the tougher targets. Now you are a 6/6 pilot, and you jumped, so you're going to have a really hard time shooting anything. Or I could come in here behind the Stinger. Honestly, with the large lasers out of commission because of the heatsink issue, I'm going to be sticking to the medium lasers and the autocannon, which makes me wish I had multi-track targeting or multitasker SPA. But let's see, that gives me a range of 5. That's short range on the Stinger with the autocannons, which I can do. Try to get some back shots on this guy with the mediums. Trying to take guns off the field. Always trying to take guns off the field. They are seriously swarming me hardcore. The archer, I definitely want to try to get you some distance from this grand melee. And that means backing up this way, where hopefully the Wolverine, yeah, the Wolverine's not going to be able to get that far that quickly. The flea ejected, and we are going to chalk that one up to the archer when the time comes. You have nothing in short range for your lasers, except for this guy with one of them. And that's a 7, and he still has 50 armor. So that's not high priority. We do have a couple of 8s with the LRMs. And a 9 there, and a 10 there. And a 7 there, but you're gonna be my target for the rifleman. How much punishment is it gonna take? Left leg is a medium laser from going kaput. Left torso, still got 12 in the chest. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give the rifleman first crack at this guy. And also, I guess, well, on 9s. Do I take the 9s? I can twist and get this guy on 8s, but it wouldn't be in his back. Yeah, let's take the back shot, build up 1 point of heat, which normally wouldn't be anything, but, you know, not salty. You're salty. Let's come in here and try to finish him off. The Orion, I'm not going to be able to hit him with more than just one of his lasers. Do we go for the Hermes? I think we're going to go for the Hermes on 7s and 5s. And then the Warhammer is going to unleash heck. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And with those being 7s, we're going to hit more than a couple times. I'm pretty sure of that. Javelin. Glad you have torso twist. I was worried for a second that you wouldn't. We can build up 3 heat on an 8. Yeah, we can do that. So the rifleman, landing one of his autocannons in the right arm, taking out a machine gun, but otherwise not doing that much. And then the back shot on the other one, the mediums, also hits the right arm, also goes internal, also leaves 2 internal structure remaining. Also doesn't crit anything, sadly. Locust on the Warhammer destroys the searchlight, leaves 20 armor remaining in the center torso. Stinger on the Orion hits for 5 to the right torso. Stinger on the Rifleman hits the right leg for 2, leaving 10 armor remaining. Archer coming in and following up on the Stinger from the autocannons, hits with 12 missiles from the first rack, destroying the left leg, critting the head and the life support. First point of damage to that pilot. 2 damage transfers from where the left leg was to the left torso, destroying it. 16 missiles from the second launcher, and that is 5 to the center torso leaves 2, 5 to the right torso leaves 4, 5 more to the right torso, transfers 1 to the center torso, crits the gyro, and there's the last point to the center torso. That is 2 kills for the Archer. The other Locust on the Warhammer, 5 more to the center torso. The Phoenix Hawk on the Orion in his back takes 5 to the left torso rear, leaving 0 armor, and 2 to the right arm from a machine gun. Orion on the Hermes, only landing the medium lasers, but both of them going to the left arm, leaving 1 point of armor there. And Spider landing both of his medium lasers on the Archer, 5 to the chest, 5 to the left arm. Wolverine missing the Rifleman on a 12, and the Warhammer unleashing laser disco at the Locust. That's 5 to the right torso, 2 more to the right torso, and that is the machine gun ammo, because the criticals transferred to the center torso. So that is a kill for Senor Fresh. A bunch of small lasers at a dead target. The Hermes missing on a 7 and a 9. Locust landing 2 mediums on the Warhammer. Left torso, rear, and right leg. I need to not let them get behind me, but it's so hard when they're all so fast and they outnumber me like 4 to 1. Javelin at the, I believe this is the dead Locust. Yeah. 2 damage to center torso, nothing remaining. Yeah, that's the dead one. The Phoenix Hawk at the Rifleman, 9s and 11s, does not connect. And the Wasp at the Rifleman on a 7 also misses. Warhammer needs a 6 to stay standing, rolls a 10. And now, I'll kick you on a 6. And if we miss, we can stay standing on a 4 or better. Punch you with 1 arm on a 10. That's not going to hit. The Rifleman destroys the Stinger's leg, transfers damage to the right torso, rear goes internal, but does not crit. Locust kicking the Warhammer and missing on a 7. Phoenix Hawk kicking the Orion for 9 to the leg, 23 remaining. Warhammer missing his punch, Locust kicking the Warhammer in retaliation to the left leg for 4, 24 armor remaining. The Orion and the Warhammer barely stays standing, needs a 4, gets a 4. Locust, however, missing his kick, takes 2 to the left torso from falling, and barely avoids pilot damage. The Stinger, who lost a leg, falls and takes 2 to the right torso, needs a 12 to avoid damage, needs a 3 to stay conscious. Heat is not bad, couple guys at 3. Phoenix Hawk, it's number 22 Phoenix Hawk is building up significant heat. 28 Phoenix Hawk is also building up significant heat. And the Spider also, actually it says he cooled off a couple points this turn. We have won the initiative and we are 10 percentage points ahead. We only need 8.5 more points off of them to win this, because we're only playing to 75%. The Stinger, did you try to stand? You ran. And you needed a what to stand? You're a 4/6, and I believe it's +5 for missing a leg, so yeah, you needed like an 11 to stand. I don't know why you even tried. You fool. What were you thinking? First things first, let's sink some initiative by getting this Javelin out of dodge. It's his... can we view you? Thank you. It is your left torso that is, yes. It is your left torso that is bare, so we are going to turn our left torso away. Obviously, we can't stop the Locust from swinging in behind us, because the Locust can move like 100 hexes, but that's a chance we're gonna have to take. Archer, I think, will continue trying to keep his distance while staying evasive as much as possible. Is that Phoenix Hawk going in for a flanking shot on the Javelin, I wonder? Mod of 2, mod of 3. I mean... hold on. I need to make a note of this. The Archer killed something. The Rifleman We're gonna call that a kill on 30 because he doesn't know enough to call it when it's over doesn't mean we're not gonna claim credit for it. That gives me short and medium on this guy, which is not a great shot, but I mean, it'd be nice to be firing a large and a couple of autocannons, but at this point we just haven't got the heat for it. Oh, the Hermes coming in because he wants to get punched in the face. Because archers have battle fists, and yes, it definitely looks like he's ganging up on the javelin. Which I think... Let's see. What can we do here? 1, 2, 3. Well, we're not going to be evasive unless we go here. But that would give us back shots on that locust from 3 hexes, which is pretty attractive. It gives the Phoenix Hawk the left side of me, which, I mean, can definitely withstand his firepower. He's a good shot, but he's only got, what, 22 points of damage output? 8 plus 10 from the mediums, plus 4 for the machine guns. Yeah, 22. Even if it all lands in the left torso, that's only 1 crit, and the odds of that are vanishingly small. So I think I will take that chance. Try to nail this guy. And they are swarming the archer, which I did not really anticipate. Phoenix Hawk, not a great shot, not a great pilot. I still don't want to get into head kicking range from you. That only gives you short range on me with your large laser. Everything else is going to be medium range. Or I could... I mean, the Stinger is out of the fight. He just doesn't know it. And this gives me short range on my mediums, which I'm specialized in. I don't think I'll be able to knock him down, but it's worth a try. Stinger needs a 12. Oh, because I forgot the cramped cockpit. Rolls a 5 and falls. 2 to the right torso. 5 to stay conscious. Oh, that's right. He only has 1 movement point, so he only tried once. The Locust needs a 9, also from the cramped cockpit and the minimal arms. Falls, takes 2 to the leg, avoids damage. It rolls a 6 and falls, takes 2 to the left leg again. Fails to avoid damage, needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets it, and then gets an 11, so he got up after 3 tries. So I feel like I might be punching a Locust. Or kicking a Hermes, either one. We've got this Locust on 7s, and I don't see anything better. And this... Yeah, no, 11 is not less than 7, not by a significant margin. 9s with the lasers. That's actually not bad for that range, but building up 4 points of heat. That movement is catching up to us, but it's not a problem yet. And we've got the lasers for when it does, so we can moderate our firepower output to keep our heat levels where we need them. I'm gonna go ahead and put these large lasers at the bottom, which goes against everything I believe in, but I'm not going to use them. I'm just not. I just can't. Not with 9 heat sinks. With 10, it's a little different. You can fire a large laser and 2 autocannons. and still move and build up 1 or 2 points of heat. That's not a big deal, but with 9, you're looking at an extra point of heat every turn. You do that, and this guy is trying to be cheeky. He needs an 11. I need a 6. He's on a 7. He's on a 9. 9s and 8s on the Phoenix Hawk. 7s and 9s on the Wasp. 6s and 8s on the Stinger. I don't think the Stinger is a threat. I think I need to concentrate on something else, and I think the easiest target then is going to be the Wasp. Excuse me. Yeah, so that's going to be 7, 7, 9, 9. It's not ideal, but that's just how it is. That's going to be a 7 and a pair of 5s from you, and maybe we can force a PSR. And since I think the small lasers are going to be a little less useful here, we'll take the 7 and some 6s. Yeah, I don't think we need a 4th point of heat on a 10. I think we're going to hope that is sufficient. And that is 5s from you, but only one of them, because you've been jumping and shooting everything. And the Locust at the Archer needs a 7, would have hit through armor critical, but we have 2 edge remaining, so we only take 5 damage to the right arm, 5 to the left, 3 to the right torso. Archer's still in pretty good shape altogether. He hasn't taken much fire yet this match. Returning fire with 12 missiles at that Locust. 5 to the left torso, 5 to the right torso, 1 each to the center torso and right leg. Phoenix Hawk at the Warhammer, again, would have gotten a through armor crit to the center torso, but is deflected with edge to the right torso, and a machine gun to the left leg. The Spider would have gotten a head hit with his medium laser, but the Archer uses the last point of edge to redirect that to the left arm. Rifleman only landing 1 of his autocannons on that Wasp to the left torso. So that's a little disappointing, but I guess not entirely unexpected. The Hermes on the Archer needing 10s and 7s gets nothing. The Orion needing 7s and 5s only gets the 5s. That's the left leg and the right torso. Both are holding strong. The Locust on the Warhammer, 5 to the left torso, 15 left. Phoenix Hawk misses his 10. Warhammer misses with the PBC, unfortunately. Medium laser glances off the right leg. Medium laser, solid hit to the center torso rear to the gyro. You are going down, Mr. Locust, with your cramped cockpit. And kind of wish I had maybe fired the small lasers, because 3 would have finished him off. Wasp at the Rifleman only lands 1 SRM to the arm, and the Javelin at the Locust hits with 4 SRMs, splashing it around, stripping the left arm, and the Locust goes down. He needed an 11. It takes 2 to the right leg, 3 armor remaining, fails to avoid damage, and almost goes unconscious. Needed a 5, got a 6. We are going to, we can punch you on 6s. We can kick you on a 5. We can punch you on 6s. How much? You've got max head armor, so that's less than useful. You've actually got a significant amount of head armor as well. I think if we're going to try to get lucky, we're going to try to get lucky on the Hermes. So that's 2 72% chances to hit. If they both hit, that's a 1 in 6 chance apiece to hit the head. They both have to hit the head, so that's a 1 in 36 chance of getting 2 head hits. But we'll do it. We'll punch you on 6s because you're prone. Hermes kicks the archer in the leg for 8, 18 left. Spider kicks the archer in the same leg for 6, 12 armor left. The archer landing one of his punches to the left torso. Not what I was hoping for. And Locust kicking the archer in the right leg for 4, 16 remaining. Javelin punches the prone Locust in the arm instead of torso for 3 each. Archer needs to make 3 threes, does with flying colors. The archer's getting hot. Warhammer and Javelin are a little hot. The Phoenix Hawks are also very hot. We have lost initiative, and we are within 6 points of game. Archer, your armor is starting to get a little beat up. I mean, nothing major, but Orion, you need to be careful about back shots. Warhammer down to 15 across the front, not that bad. Javelin needs to be super evasive and maybe even just fleeing entirely. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can actually save a little heat, get a better shot, and be just as evasive if we do this. Maybe try to cover that archer a little bit. I saw the Locust move. He tried to stand. Did you go unconscious by any chance? You appear to have gone unconscious. 3 hits KO. Walked immobile. So I think the Warhammer's new target is the Phoenix Hawk. The Orion and the Rifleman are working together on this Phoenix Hawk and this Wasp. So Archer, what can you do? I don't really want you back tanking with 1 left on your right torso. But we've kind of run out of room for backing up, even with the PSR optional rule that I've got on. Plan for next turn to back up to there. I think I want to do that as late as possible and try to get these guys to commit to a location before I commit to mine, because then they'll just keep swarming me. I could have the Rifleman come up here and start laying into that Hermes. Take some of the pressure off. I think the Orion should be able to take a Phoenix Hawk. No big deal. Yeah, I think that's the move. I think that Rifleman is in a position to go reinforce. And that means the Wasp, you ran for a mod of 2. Oh, I make it easy on him. Yeah, we're gonna go for back shots on the Wasp with those medium lasers. Let me. Was it Ground that took out the Locust? I know you got punched by the Javelin, and you took 4 SRMs from the Javelin, but I don't remember what knocked you down. I'm trying to figure out who gets credit for the Locust, and I'm gonna have to check the records. You jumped. You're not gonna have any heat to spare for firing. Pretty evasive, and running isn't gonna make it easier. But gonna come in and try to lay into that Phoenix Hawk. Leaves the Locust alone for now. And the Hermes and the Locust are going after the Warhammer, leaving the Archer free to do something like this. That's a level 0, that's a level 1. That gives me a back of the head kick on the Hermes, who is not as evasive as these other blokes. Well, he's as evasive as the Locust. But you know what I mean. Gives me a chance to switch to medium lasers for a turn, cool off a little bit. I think that's the move, and I think this Wolverine is getting closer and closer to being a threat. Locust needs a 12, rolls a 3, takes 2 to the arm, crits his shoulder, fails to avoid damage. 3 hits is a 7 to stay conscious, and he fails miserably. Stinger needs a 12, gets an 11. He's trying hard. I don't know why. Takes 2 to the leg. Fails to avoid damage. Needs a 7 to stay conscious and gets it, barely. Alright. Archer into the back of the Hermes on 7s. Heat neutral. I think that's the move. Take the turn off. It's 8s on the Locust, or 8s on the Stinger, but I can only get the Stinger with the left arm guns. It's an 8 and a... Ooh. I know I said I wasn't gonna, but it might be worth busting out the large laser on a 7. That puts us at 11. That puts us at 12. That's 3 heat, which is manageable. What would a large laser do to you? A large laser would completely obliterate your left arm, or your left leg, or your right torso, or your head. I think odds like that are worth 3 heat. We could... if we take out your right arm, you would only have a machine gun. Well, you wouldn't be able to shoot the machine gun because you'd be propping with your left arm. Yeah, I think that's worth it. The Orion in the mismatched fight of the century, coming in with 7s and 5s on the back of that Wasp. You came here to lay into this Phoenix Hawk, but honestly, the Hermes and the Spider are both easier targets. We're going to be skipping the PPCs. That's going to be 8s. That's also going to be 8s. But with the Hermes, I can get the small lasers in as well, and I think that's what I'm going to do. We can maintain 3 points of heat, no big deal, because double heat sinks are the bomb. And I mean that in the best possible way. Since we ran this turn, we're running a little cooler. We've got 7s on the Spider with the SRMs. We can afford to fire both of them. All right, the Archer missing both of his 7s. Here's hoping we get that kick at least. The Locust landing a medium laser on the Archer's left torso. 19 armor remaining. Stinger misses the Rifleman. Rifleman misses the Stinger, and then almost takes out his right arm via the right torso, but doesn't quite get it. I was really hoping that large laser would do some work. Maybe I should have done the mediums instead. All the mediums, right, they weren't in the arc. I forgot. Phoenix Hawk at the Archer, 5 to the right torso, leaving 16. Spider, 5 to the left arm, leaving 2. That Archer's left arm is getting to be in serious condition. The Orion into the back of the Wasp blows off its left arm via the left torso rear and transfers 3 to the center torso rear, which it follows up on with the medium laser, transferring in and 2 crits on the engine. That Wasp is effectively dead because he is now generating as much heat as he is dissipating, and that's without doing anything. That was number 21. Just make a note of that. Wolverine taking some opening shots at the Orion, missing on 9s and 11s. If I'm not mistaken, that's building up some heat. That's 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 4 is 18, plus I assume he ran, so that's like 20 points of heat. He does not have 20 heat sinks. Hermes at the Warhammer, landing only a medium laser to the right arm. Warhammer at the Hermes. 5 to the left leg, 5 to the right leg, and then missing with almost everything else. Small lasers to the right leg and right arm, but not breaching anywhere yet. Phoenix Hawk on the Orion, needing 11s and getting none of it. The Javelin at the Spider, landing his first one for 4 missiles, stripping the right leg down to 0 with 3 of those missiles. Wasp at the Rifleman hits for 5 to the right leg, leaving 5, and then 2 SRMs to the right arm, leaving 11. Physical combat. Yes, we're going to kick you on a 6. That will be glorious. Kick you on a 5, or we can't punch. Can we punch you? No, of course not. We could have punched you. We would have been able to punch the Wasp. Can you kick him on an 8? So not as much as I would like. Punch you on 10s. Let's see. The archer's gonna kick for 14. If he hits the head, that's over. If he hits anywhere else, it'll be in the back. 7's probably not enough to do anything, but we'll do it anyways. The archer gets the Hermes. 14 to the left torso, rear, leaving 1 point. Goes critical on the ammo, destroyed by ejection. Nothing left of the Hermes. The Phoenix Hawk misses his kick at the Orion. The Orion kicks the Wasp in the right leg so hard it transfers and almost takes out his right torso rear. Hermes kicks the Warhammer for 8 to the right leg, leaving 15. Spider punching the Archer on a 9 to the leg for 3 damage. And the Warhammer actually lands one of his punches to the dead Hermes, which, you know, it's whatever. Locust kicks the Warhammer for 4 to the leg, 18 armor remaining, we're in good shape. Warhammer needs 2 rolls because he was kicked twice, makes both of his 4s. Wasp missing a leg, takes 2 to the center torso, almost goes unconscious with a 4. Phoenix Hawk missed a kick, Phoenix Hawk missed a kick, both of them stay standing. Heat issues aside, oh, that number 28 is really building up some heat. And what's that Wasp? That Wasp built up 17 points of heat this turn and only dissipated 7. So that's cool. And 66% remaining. That is victory conditions for a probe type mission. And we are going to call it there. And just in time, it is just past 8, which is... And the Locust needed a 7 to wake up, and he does get his 7. So, we do not need to save this. Oh yeah. Let me just review this real quick. Survivors are Archer, Rifleman, Orion, Warhammer. Cool. Frederick French got a kill. Petra got 2. The Orion and the Rifleman, I actually have them both with essentially kills. The Rifleman got number 30 and the Orion got number 21 according to my notes. The Javelin with Kate Bailey didn't get any kills, but did some good work with those SRMs. Honestly, I kind of really wish I could recruit this Kate Bailey. That would be really sweet. Wasp survived, but absolutely demolished. So that was 21. 21 was the Orion got that kill. Who else was it? Reinforcements never entered. Pilots in retreat. The Flea was the one that went to the Archer. So that was 25 is his ID number. 31 kill marked. Locust killed by the Warhammer. Hermes killed by the Archer. Okay, that seems to be everyone accounted for. We do control the battlefield. That is just armor damage and reloads. Easy, easy doing. That is just armor damage And I need to figure out what's going on with these heat sinks, because if that happens again, that would be bad. No pilot injuries to speak of. Okay, so I guess that's a little excessive. Wasp 21 did not escape. Phoenix Hawk 22 did escape. Locust 23, I believe you're the one who went conscious there at the very end, so I mean, your arms are messed up, but you're still mobile. Oh, your gyro was hit. I know it's a long shot, but if he was able to stand that up, he would have been able to get off the field. I don't think I can claim that kill. Because I kind of feel like once victory is declared and both sides are withdrawing and going back to lick their wounds, like there's a little bit of a grace period where the pilots of the damaged machines are able to take a few tries to get it standing up, maybe even use the careful stand option, just to get their shit off the field so that their opponent can come in and claim salvage without killing them, because we're civilized folk and we, don't shoot people after they've surrendered. Even if it would mean that we get more salvage for their gear. The spider had a head hit. The stinger is completely missing a leg. So yeah, you didn't escape. And then, okay, reinforcements that never came in. The flea ejected because he was missing an arm and a leg, and he had a busted hip, and he was not going anywhere. Do we want to salvage any of this? We can take up to half, which is going to be about 1.1 million C-bills worth of stuff. Or we can save it for later, because our options are a crippled wasp, a heavily damaged stinger, an inoperable flea, and a salvaged stinger. And I'm not in the market for mechs that light, so I'm going to save that for later. Yes, the random capture kill thing. The foot platoon did not even enter the battle. Wish it wouldn't do that. The foot platoon is fine. Locust 23. Wait, which one was Locust 23? Busted gyro. Yeah, you escaped. So we did not capture you. We did not capture anyone from the Maxim. Phoenix Hawk 28, I believe, escaped. Stinger 31, I want to say was a kill. 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31. Or was 31 completely obliterated? No. Yeah, here it is. Oh yeah, completely obliterated. Almost as if by ammo explosion. Okay, resize this for the third time. Hopefully the last. So 31 was captured. The Vedette, the Wasp, the Wolverine, yeah, those all got away. So 30 goes to the Rifleman. Vernetta got that one. 25 was the Archer, Petra. And 21 was the Orion. So that is 3 kills for the Archer. Nice. 1 for Frederick French in the Warhammer, 1 for Vernetta in the Rifleman, and 1 for Murdoch in the Orion. So everyone doing good work on that one, but most especially Petra. Preserve, check, force withdrawal. I feel like we should have more check marks there, but I'm not going to argue. And preserve, check. Scenario victory point, scenario victory point. Now I believe scenario victory points only matter in regarding victory or defeat in the mission. They're not the same as contract points. So, like, that used to confuse me. I would see, like, all these scenario victory points in the description here, but then my contract score would only go up by 1 point for a successful victory. They're not the same thing, as much as I would like for them to be. Okay, so Nerne Limbrick. That sounds like a joke name, Limbrick. Like, that one kind of poem that I remember from, like, grade school. Yeah, you got it. So we captured a couple people and convinced them to defect. Battle loss compensation for the archer, the rifleman, the Orion, and the warhammer. So all relatively small amounts, but you know, added up, that's like 60 to 70,000 sea bills. It's not nothing. It's not nothing. Dr. Chocolate's taking care of some prisoners who are willing to defect, so they get the best possible care we can give them. Broken right arm, Nairn. Nairn, what kind of... You were a pilot or a tanker? Let us see. Nairn is a mech warrior, so is Bessie Caesar. Bessie Caesar is actually 2 XP from being a regular mech warrior, it looks like. And Nairn is at the high end of regular. 12 more XP and she'll be a veteran. So that's cool. 30 days to recover from the broken arm, but we weren't planning on recruiting you until the end of the contract, which isn't for like another 4.5 months or thereabouts. So all in all, I would say that was rather a successful mission. Let's go ahead and reload some stuff so we can see what actually needs to be fixed. So aside from the confusion with the heat sinks, which I will figure out before next week, it looks like all we took was armor damage and not even an overwhelming amount of that. So, with that said, let's go ahead and put these guys back in the transport bay. Let's see, active personnel. Not enough XP to spend on anything yet. Frederick French is 2 points away from getting his piloting up to 4, which would be cool. He hasn't had any problems keeping the Warhammer standing, but every point helps, and I think I'm going to spend 10 on piloting before I save up 20 for gunnery, just for cost to value ratio kind of thing. Let's see, is there... It's only Wednesday, so we actually have most of a week to get all of this armor put back on, and that is where we are going to pick it up for next week. So I know I spent the first part of today's session mostly doing repairs and just passing time and getting everything fixed. Next week's mission, we might be able to get a little bit more actual combat in, spend a little less time fixing stuff. Even though, I mean, I know we got 2 missions in today, but it was a one-on-one was the first mission, and then the second mission was only a probe, which was 25%. It could have gone on longer, I wouldn't have been disappointed, but it is what it is. Once again, this has been the Silent K. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community, and I look forward to seeing all of you lovely people next time we play in a week. Have a good one.